I left everything behind to study in France. In 2023, I was stuck in a 9-to-5 job and felt completely lost. 1 year later, I moved to the south of France. And now, in 2026, I'm finishing my master's degree in Paris. If you're thinking about doing your master's degree in France, but you're not sure what it's like and if it's actually worth it in the end. Hi, my name is Congrzel and I'm in my second year of my master's degree at Kedge Business School in Paris right now. I'm majoring in marketing with a specialization with luxury and international marketing. I've studied both in Marseille and Paris. If you're curious about studying in France, especially as an international student, keep watching. Why I decided to do my master's in the first place. Okay, I'm gonna keep it really short. Basically, I was working a 9-to-6 job and I already had 2 years of work experience and I thought it was a really good time to doing my master's degree. So then comes in, why France? So why did I even choose France in the first place? I could choose anywhere else in the world. So when I was researching on different master programs all over the world, I stumbled upon France and I found out they have a lot of English programs, especially in their masters. And it just felt more doable compared to other countries, for example the US, that would cost like an arm. But the biggest part was I discovered there's loads of scholarships in France. I visited the Alliance France Center, which is a language course, but they also give advice on students that want to go study in France. I go visit and I talked to this lovely lady and she actually told me about the scholarship they have from the French embassy, which is a joint scholarship between France and Mongolia. So I'm pretty sure your local French embassy might have this scholarship, but also there's loads of other different scholarships. Okay, so next I found out that there's a scholarship. Wonderful. So to get this scholarship, I needed to apply and be already accepted into a university. When I was looking into universities, France has a lot of options. And there's loads of different cities, different courses, schools. So I was so lost. But in the end, I chose Kedge Business School in Marseille. So it was in the south of France. And Kedge has campus in Paris, Marseille, and Bordeaux. That's why I chose Marseille. And then the campus is also very beautiful in Marseille. And another reason I chose Kedge was because it had good international student support. Compared to other ones, some schools, the website wouldn't be even in English. So even if their website is not in English, even though they have like English programs, I didn't think they would be that supportive or considerate of the international students there. So when it comes to Kedge, I feel like they do have a good support system. Not the best, I won't say the best, but they do good support. Okay, now I want to talk about Marseille versus Paris and my experience since I have lived in both cities for a good amount of time. I was in Marseille for 6 months, but mind you, my two living conditions were very different. First, Marseille, I was living in a Crous, which is a tiny little dorm, 10 meters square. I think it was a good experience. My Crous building was the renovated one, so I was lucky. But usually Crous buildings are very old and have problems. But Marseille, it was really nice. I got to experience the Mediterranean vibe, the beach, the sunny weather. But mind you, Marseille is very windy. No one says that ever online. I didn't get any information about how windy Marseille is because obviously it's by the seaside. But the only con about Marseille is that I was so far away from the city center and even the closest grocery store, we had to take a bus to go get our groceries and hike up the mountain after we got our groceries. It was just not fun. Paris is another story. I love Paris because now I am no longer living in a tiny little room. I'm living huge house with many other people. You can watch my previous video about that. And Paris just has so much more international people and a lot of tourists in general, so naturally a lot of people speak English more and they're more open to speaking English, where in Marseille they didn't speak English that much. And in Paris there's just so much more to do. In Marseille you get kind of bored after a while, to be honest. There's not much things to do all the time, but in Paris there's always something new happening, there's always new places to go, and it's way bigger. So personally I love Paris more, but it depends on your preference. Some people like the more calm vibe in Marseille, the weather, and some people hate Paris, so it depends on you. The next part is things that people told me and the reality of it. Number 1, Marseille is dangerous. Whenever I told anyone that I'm going to Marseille, People were like, oh my god, you're going to Marseille, like that's the most dangerous city. There's a lot of opinions about Marseille online, but to be honest, yes, it might be dangerous in some terms, like the northern districts, but why would I even go there? You know, why would I even go up to that area in general? Just stay away from the dangerous areas, and if you don't bother them, they won't bother you for any reason. Just don't get involved in the gangs or whatever there is in Marseille. Yeah, and otherwise it's very nice beach, very laid back, calm vibes. It's not that, I mean, I won't say it's not dangerous, but just don't go to dangerous parts and you'll be fine. Okay, the next one is Paris is so expensive. Paris is so dirty. Paris has many thieves. I heard so many opinions of people, and most people, they haven't even been to France. So don't listen to people that have not been there. And even if they have visited Paris, they weren't living there. They only visited Paris. So take people's advice or opinions very lightly. Don't take it to heart. Even mine. Okay, Paris can be expensive, obviously, because it's a very touristy city. It's a big city. But I wouldn't say it's the most expensive or like it's not livable. It is livable. I am living here and it's fine. I will say it's way more pricier than Marseille, and also, mind you, I was living in Crous, which is very cheap, but the most difference is rent is way more expensive. We all know why, because the demand is really high. And dirty, I mean, I don't think it's that dirty. Well, from my experience, every time a holiday, like when everyone's in the streets and everything's going on, that's when it gets dirty. But other than that, I don't think it's that dirty. I think Marseille was even dirtier than Paris, to be honest. And all the rats and stuff. Like, I saw a couple in the metro stations or whatever, but other than that, I don't see them that much. No, not really. And also people say like there's so many pickpockets in Paris, it's so dangerous. Yeah, if you look clueless and if you're a tourist, those pickpocketers will target you. Just be careful. Next one, French people are mean. In my opinion, I don't think they're mean. Okay, let me break it down to you. The French people I have met and met and encountered, they all have been very nice, very helpful, friendly. I don't know if friendly, but once you get to know them, they're definitely very fun people, I will say. But they do like to stay within their French community, I will say that. From my school perspective, a lot of my classmates, when I first started my master's degree, I knew no one. So I thought, oh my god, yeah, I'm gonna make friends. Cool, I'm gonna be friends with the French people. I was assuming they're good at English because we're in an English course. I mean, yes, but no at the same time. Because even though we're in an English course and our subjects are in English, they do not want to speak English and they just prefer to speak French. So that was the hard part, being friends with the French people. And they're very cold at first, but you have to warm up to them, you know? They're just not naturally friendly, I feel like. Friendly with each other, the French people. But if you're trying to put in effort, like trying to learn French, trying to, converse with them, definitely works. And maybe if you party with them once, maybe. I feel like that's like that for any country. Yeah, unless you like speak their native language in any country that you're studying in, I feel like it's kind of a similar experience. They will be the same. They would rather prefer to speak their native language than their second language. So keep that in mind. But it's not the worst. You'll make friends. It's fine. You can't survive without knowing any French, or like you'll have a hard time if you don't know any French. Yes and no. When it comes to French on the daily, you can survive without knowing any French, I will say. But you do need to know some basics, like saying hello, goodbye, thank you, and basic stuff. But then when it comes to administrative stuff, for opening a bank, getting your medical insurance, speaking to landlords, and stuff like that, like you do need to know a certain level of French. Or you can ask your French friends to talk to them for you. Or you can just learn French, which I'm doing right now. Definitely helpful even with getting internships and jobs in the future if you were planning to work in France. France might not be for you if you don't want to deal with any paperwork and administrative work that take really long process, and if you're impatient, maybe France not for you. If you don't want to learn any French at all, maybe not France. But if you're open-minded and patient and you're willing to learn French, France could be a good choice. Okay, my final thoughts overall. Doing my master's degree in France has been the best choice I have ever made in my life so far. I have grown so much as a person in the last year. I've opened so many opportunities. I've grown as a person. I've met so many new people, made new friends, connections, memories. And how cool is it to say, yeah, I used to live in Paris in my 20s. Yeah, just think about that. And if you are considering studying in France, and I really had this gut feeling inside me. I was like, yes, I need to go, but I was really hesitant. I will say, just go for it. If you really want to go, just go for it. Don't listen to other people's opinion too much, because honestly, what do they know? Do not take anyone's advice if they have no solid experience or concrete background to be talking about that. It's just what they heard from other people that probably heard from other people. So don't listen to that. Don't listen to that, and believe and trust in yourself. Everything is aligned to go. Maybe this is your sign. Just go to France, go to Paris, go study your master's in France. And if you really want something, there will be a way. You will find a way, and believe and trust in yourself. Just believe you can do it. I believe in you. So yeah, maybe I'll talk about how I found my internship without knowing any French next time. Thumbnail. Okay.